Imagine the ink has just dried on an $80,000 loan agreement, only for you to watch in disbelief 3 months later as your shiny new pickup is hoisted onto a flatbed tow truck. The culprit? A tiny software glitch in a sensor that no human can fix without a direct line to the factory server, while the masses are drowning in debt just for the privilege of having a giant iPad in their dashboard. A completely different group of buyers is quietly hunting down machines that are 2 decades old. I've been a mechanic for 23 years, and from the front lines of my shop, I'm telling you, modern trucks aren't vehicles anymore. They are rolling subscriptions with a built-in expiration date. Today, I'm going to show you 7 specific trucks that were built before the accountants silenced the engineers. These machines routinely hit the 300,000-mile mark without a single major repair. But a quick warning, if you overlook one specific death sign during your inspection, your clever investment will turn into a $10,000 paperweight faster than you can pull the dipstick. I'll show you exactly what to look for. Number 7 is the Ford Ranger from 1998 to 2011 with the 3.0-liter Vulcan V6. This engine is known as the honest tool because it makes no apologies for being slow as long as it never stops. Designed for fleet service, this noisy iron block machine lacks fancy variable valve timing, but it will chug along for 300,000 miles without a hiccup. If you're buying one, look for the bulletproof Mazda-built M50D 5-speed manual transmission, which pushes fuel economy to a respectable 16 to 18 miles per gallon. When idling, listen for a high-pitched chirping noise near the firewall. That's a failing cam synchronizer. A $50 part, but if it snaps, the engine dies instantly. Use that noise to secure a $300 discount. These trucks sit between $4,000 and $7,000. Check the rear leaf spring hangers for structural rust. If the chassis is solid and you budget $2,000 for a fresh start service, changing every fluid and belt, you're driving a fully depreciated asset that will last a decade. The Ranger is a great light-duty tool, but if you need real towing power, the next truck is a V6 sleeper. Just make sure you don't buy the one with the fatal flaw I'm about to show you. Number 6 is the Nissan Frontier from 2005 to 2012 with the 4.0-liter V6. While everyone fights over overpriced Toyotas, the savvy buyer gets the Frontier for a 40% discount. The VQ40 engine is a masterpiece with a huge oil capacity that comfortably reaches 300,000 miles, and it boasts a towing capacity of over 6,000 pounds. You can find excellent models for $7,000 to $11,000. But here's the ultimate death sign I promised you. On the 2005 to 2010 automatics, pop the hood and check the coolant reservoir. If the fluid looks like a pink milkshake, the radiator cooler has failed, mixing coolant with transmission fluid and destroying the gearbox. Walk away instantly. Also, on a cold start, listen for a high-pitched whine from the front of the engine. That means the internal timing chain guides are shot. Use that to negotiate $1,200 off the price. The Frontier is a massive bargain. But if you absolutely refuse to compromise on resale value, the 4-cylinder Legend at number 5 is essentially depreciation-proof. Number 5 is the Toyota Tacoma from 1995 to 2004 with the 2.7-liter 4-cylinder engine. Owners call this the Invincible 4 because they have tried and failed to destroy it. This engine uses a massive, heavy-duty timing chain and a simple cooling circuit that treats a 300,000-mile odometer reading like it's just finished the break-in period. Hunt for the 5-speed manual transmission, which will push you right around 18 to 20 miles per gallon. Frame rust is the only true villain here. Tap the frame rails with a screwdriver. If you hear a dull thud instead of a sharp ping, it's rotting from the inside out. Prepare for the heavy Tacoma tax. Even a 20-year-old Taco will cost you $10,000 to $15,000 if it's clean. But I've seen cases of these engines reaching 600,000 miles on the original internals. You aren't buying gadgets. You are parking your cash in a machine. The Tacoma is indestructible, but it's not a powerhouse. If you need cheap V8 torque, you can fix in your driveway. You need to see the truck at number 4. Number 4 is the Ford F-150 from 1997 to 2003 with a 2-valve 4.6-liter or 5.4-liter V8. This is arguably the best bang-for-your-buck truck on the market. Unlike a brand-new platform where you are the beta tester, every failure point of this truck has been documented for 20 years. We know the spark plugs need exactly 13 foot-pounds of torque, and we know to look for the bulletproof 4R70W automatic transmission. When inspecting one, feel the driver's side floor carpet. If it's wet, the windshield is leaking onto the GEM module, the electrical brain, causing phantom battery drains. Use that to drop the price by $600. Start it cold. A ticking sound means an exhaust manifold leak, which is another $500 off. Expect a realistic 14 miles per gallon. Solid daily drivers run incredibly cheap at $4,500 to $7,500. Reaching 300,000 miles is the expectation here. The F-150 is the ultimate driveway mechanic's dream, but the engine at number 3 doesn't even need electricity to run. It's a literal tractor. Number 3 is the Dodge Ram from 1994 to 1998 with a 12-valve Cummins. This motor uses a Bosch P7100 mechanical injection pump. Once it's started, this purely mechanical heart doesn't need electricity to stay running. While modern diesels are a nightmare of DEF fluid and sensors that soot up every 10,000 miles, the 12-valve simply works. But you must ask the seller one question. Has the killer dowel pin been fixed? This is a tiny steel pin inside the timing case that can vibrate loose and destroy the gear train. If they say no, knock $1,000 off the price. Also, budget $1,500 for a front-end steering rebuild. Expect the Dodge plastic dashboard to fall apart around the engine. But the powertrain is a legitimate member of the Million Mile Club. Depending on condition, these fetch $12,000 to $35,000. The Cummins is a brute. But if you want luxury car refinement and reliability in a half-ton frame, number 2 was built to a standard we will never see again. Number 2 is the first-generation Toyota Tundra from 2000 to 2006, equipped with the legendary 4.7-liter I-Force V8. This engine was born in the same factory as the Lexus flagship sedans, meaning the internal tolerances are incredibly tight. It features a forged steel crankshaft and an oversized cooling system. If you change the timing belt every 90,000 miles, this is a documented 400,000-mile survivor. But be aware of 2 massive failure points. First, check if the frame was replaced or heavily treated for rust under Toyota's recall. Second, check the maintenance records on the lower ball joints. If they haven't been replaced in the last 100,000 miles, deduct $500 because if they snap, the wheel folds completely under the truck. Expect 13 to 15 miles per gallon, and thanks to the Toyota tax, you'll pay $8,500 to $13,000. The Tundra is a masterpiece, but it doesn't take the top spot. The absolute undisputed king of the 300,000-mile club, the truck that mechanics actually buy for themselves, is up next. Number 1 is the Chevy Silverado from the 1999 to 2006 model years, with the 4.8 or 5.3-liter Vortec engine. We call this the cockroach of the road because it simply refuses to die. The Iron Block Gen 3 design can handle extreme heat and towing without warping heads. Best of all, it lacks the destructive active fuel management found in 2007 and newer models. I regularly see these in my bay, with 350,000 to 450,000 miles. Expect 14 to 16 miles per gallon and an 8,000-pound towing capacity. Pay close attention to the dashboard on 2003 to 2006 models. Failing stepper motors will show you doing 120 miles per hour in the driveway. Deduct $200 for that. The only weak link is the 4L60E transmission. If the truck nears 200,000 miles with no rebuild receipt, deduct $1,500 from your offer immediately. A high-mileage work truck will run you $5,000 to $8,000, with pristine Z71 models pulling $12,000 to $16,000. Don't buy the marketing, buy the engineering.